Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're back. We're live right now. We're right here live at Baynard Stadium. Top 10 matchup for you right here. Number 4, Howard Wildcats in Division 2 taking on the number 10 St. Mark's Spartans in Division 2. Right now we got a 6-0 score to Spartans scoring on their opening drive. My name is Patrick Arianes. Alongside me is Jason Winchell, and the Spartans looked pretty good on that first drive there, Jay.
Yeah, 80-yard drive. Took up about 9 minutes of playing time almost. Eight and some change, and they get a nice drive, convert 2 fourth downs, and take it in for the touchdown. So good start. But Howard returns the kickoff to midfield, and they're looking to get their first drive going here.
That they are, as the quarterback, Tahir Harley, the senior, sets up in the shotgun. He's going to keep this ball running around the near sideline. He gets around the edge and is forced out of bounds by Timothy Butler Jr. But that's a first down for Howard. Good start right there for the Wildcats who are trying to answer.
Yeah, and like you said, he showed his speed and his elusiveness as he made that 15-yard run on the first play.
Now, Howard, they've come in, been fairly impressive this year, trying to continue the streak going alive here. St. Mark's, good start to the season, but like we've talked about on the show, very tough rest of the way, and it starts right here with this game against Howard.
Yeah, Howard this week, then you get DMA, Woodbridge, Slazy Annam, St. Elizabeth, so not an easy finish for them, so they would like to come in here and make a statement, and they did on that first drive.
Here's Harley dropping back, the left-hander going deep. He's got a man, and he hits him. Touchdown, Howard. Number 6, Isaiah Kelsey on the reception. That's a nice pitch and catch right there.
Yeah, a nice design play by Howard there, and what a great throw. Hit the receiver in stride, takes it in, and we're all tied up at 6. And St. Mark's had a 9.5-minute drive. Howard, 30-second drive, 2 plays, 50 yards.
How about that, man? That's a good job right there by the Wildcats, and it doesn't get much better than that. I mean,
no.
Harley to Kelsey there, and now they'll look to go for 2. Howard answers here early. Impressive throw there. Looked to be like a wheel route. And here they go. This is Harley under center here. You're looking at the Delaware backs in the backfield. 5 seconds on the play clock. Harley's going to have to move. Coach Ritter's going to call a timeout here. He does not want to see this opportunity to go to the wayside in the tie game.
Yeah, and it's important. Early 2-point conversion here with St. Mark's missing the PAT on their score. And just to fill you in, it was Carter Benheim who scored for St. Mark's on a 4-yard touchdown run. He was impressive in that first drive. He had a big couple big runs, and then Bryant had a few big runs. Bryant's one run went for 26 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it was a good opening drive for the Spartans. Like we said, they've come in an impressive start this season. Howard has been impressive as well. Their only loss coming to Hodson in a 43-26 defeat. But as we've seen, Hodson's one of the top teams in the state of Delaware. And for the most part, Howard's really dominated their other opponents, coming in at 4-1. And the only other game that was close was that opening week win against St. George's. It was an 8-0 victory for them.
yeah, that's a Division I win for them, so it helps
6
them
points.
come playoff time.
This one is in and carried for the 2-point conversion. That's Carvin Reeves, the sophomore. Big 2-point conversion there for Howard as they take the lead 8-6. We're going to stay right here. We're going to stay right here. We're not going to go to commercial break. We owe you guys that much at least. But, yeah, Howard, of course, like we talked about, opening up with that 4-1 record. St. Mark's has been as equally as impressive starting off the year 4-1 as well, with their only loss coming in overtime against Archmere.
Archmere, a game that led 28-14 in the second half. Archmere came back in
20 unanswered.
Yeah, turnover in overtime hurt the Spartans, and Archmere capitalized. So here, come in. This is their second-ranked team playing their second-ranked team this year. They're looking for that win. They're looking for that signature win.
Yeah, I mean, you see, it's been impressive totals. 26-0 opening night against Newark, 49-7 against Caravel. They put 55 up on Indian River and 48 last week on Mount Pleasant.
Yes.
So the Spartans have been able to score. Here's a squib kick. And this is a nice little return here. That by number 10, Jaden Elliott.
Yeah, great return.
Senior. That'll set the Spartans up with a 1st down and 10. The Spartans, of course, under a new head coach for the first time in a long time. Joey Wright, former quarterback for the Spartans back in the early 2000s, has come over and taken over for John Wilson, and so far so good for him.
Yeah, doing a great job, like you said, the former Spartan back there on the sidelines, and he's got them playing really well this year out of the gate. And like you said, they're putting up some numbers offensively. It comes from his play calling as he has a nice design, and they have 4 or 5 good running backs, and they lost Watkins, transferred to Louisiana.
Yes. And I saw a little bit. This is Butler, a transfer from St. E's, and look at the speed on him. He's carrying the ball up across the 45, close to 1st down yardage. It's going to depend on the spot. It looks to be maybe a yard short. This is going to depend on what the officials want to do. We're going to say this is a 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, it looks like inches short.
But Butler, one of those running backs, transferred for St. E's, along with number 55 in white, Gavin McCarthy.
Yep.
He's come over from St. Elizabeth as well. And then, of course, they've had the quarterback, Jelani Bryant, who's been there for a couple of years now. He's an impressive athlete himself.
Yes, he is.
It's been a good mix for the Spartans this year. Returnees and then a couple of new guys. This one's going to the fullback, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage there. Tackled by number 50 and number 55. That's Jeremiah Coombs Washington and Kasai Franklin on the stop there. That was Devin Jones, or Devon Jones, running the ball for the Spartans.
Yeah, that's always a good call on 2nd and 1. Give it to the fullback. You only need the 1 yard, but Howard was not fooled by that. And a great job at gang tackle, make sure he did not pick it up.
Spartans in the I formation. Bryant under center. He's going to drop back. He's going to give this off to Butler. Butler's got a hole to the right side. Makes one man miss almost. Shoestring tackle there by Carvin Reeves. However, a 1st down and 10 by Butler.
Yeah.
And the Spartans are in they're in motion again.
Yeah, another impressive run by Butler, but great blocking by the Spartans offensive line. He had a great hole to run through, and again, a great run, and sets him up in Howard's territory.
I mean, this is a big offensive line there. You look at McCarthy, he's 6'1", 275. Kevin Tobin, number 56, 6'3", 250. And I will get to the rest of the guys in a second, but these are some big hog mollies they got down there in the trenches. This looks like old St. Mark's
Yeah.
up front at least. And there is a carry off to the side by number 3, Carter Benham, a guy who's been here for a couple of years now. You've heard his name called. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's always a plus if you get three yards on that first down run. Sets you up in that 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 range, and it's better than being behind the chains.
Yeah, it's a big terminology that's been used a lot recently. Is staying ahead of, staying on on track.
Yes.
I forget the exact terminology there, but it's been used a lot. This is Bryant back to throw. He completes his pass for a first down. That's to number 1, Blake Sanders. Sanders, we saw last week, had a big punt return for a touchdown. So far, the Spartans holding their own.
They're moving the ball. It's been mostly on the ground, but they're not afraid to throw the ball either, and Howard's defense has got to be ready for that. But so far, 2 drives, and both times St. Mark's has moved the ball. And the thing is, Howard's defense has been on the quarter for almost 11 and a half minutes.
That's insane. Yeah. We're about to tick under 20 seconds. It's been all Spartans as far as the clock is concerned. However, not so much on the scoreboard. I believe that's Benham again, and he's stuffed right there at the line of scrimmage, led on the play there by number 15, Michael Bach.
Yes.
And that'll do it here for the first quarter. So we got 1 in the book. Your score, 8-6. Howard on top. An impressive first quarter. Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties there and getting you there late in the quarter. But we're going to step aside for a quick little commercial break. We'll be right back here with second quarter action here at Baynard Stadium.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at Baynard Stadium. A top 10 matchup in Division II sees Howard on top 8-6 over St. Mark's. And Jason, they scored 2 really completely different ways. Unfortunately, we didn't get that St. Mark's drive here live on film, but just kind of walk us through that opening drive and how impressive that was from the Spartans.
Yeah, they started at their own 20, moved the ball downfield methodically, a couple short runs, but they had a couple big Bryant runs. They faced the 4th down twice and converted both times, both on Bryant sneaks, and then they finished the drive off with a nice 4-yard touchdown run. But it was a 80-yard drive, and I'd say about 12, 13 plays. So it's one of those drives that, as a coach, you're impressed with.
Absolutely. Now they have the ball once again. I formation. That's Carter Benham and Devon Jones in the backfield. This is a play fake. Look out. Completed out to Jones. He's in the flat. He's going to pick up a first down, fighting inside the red zone down to about the 14-yard line. That's a heck of a play by Bryant, who took a shot on the play.
Yeah, great job by him. He knows it's a screen pass. He knows he's going to take a hit with the defense coming in, and does a good job of throwing it and completing it, and a great play by St. Mark's. And they're in the red zone again.
They are in the red zone trying to make it happen again. But just to continue about them guys up front, and then you look at the 2 bookend tackles. Tobin, of course, 6'3", 250. And then Joseph Cartwright, 6'4", 275. And then McCarthy in the middle. I mean, it's an impressive line up front by the Spartans.
Yes.
Here's Bryant under center. Once again, the I formation. They give this one to Benham. He's going to fight forward. He might have gotten a yard or 2 on that play. Nice job by the Howard defensive line.
Yeah, great job by the Howard defense. But you can see why this Spartans team is putting up a lot of points on the scoreboard this year. Their first 2 drives, they've moved the ball without any hesitation.
Absolutely. You see, it's rare you see the I formation anymore either.
Yes.
This is something that Coach Wright did at St. Elizabeth as well. Now you see so many spread offenses and so much shotgun. It's good to see some old-fashioned football.
Yeah, it definitely is. And like you said, you don't really see that anymore. You see a lot of spread formations and stuff like this. It's great to see.
Stuff like this, exactly right. Just right here. You see this spread out. 3 wide on the right side, or two by 2. And here's a jet sweep. It's going to be kept by Jelani Bryant. He's swallowed up on the play. Fights, gets himself a little extra effort there.
Yes.
To get a couple yards, but tackle made by the play by Jeremiah Combs-Washington. You've seen him make a couple plays here early on.
Yeah, he's been impressive up front for Howard, and he was not fooled by that fake. But you see St. Mark's has run a couple different plays out of that formation. And you have to be ready for Bryant keeping it there.
Bryant picks up 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Spartans. And once again, they're going to spread it out. A 2-by-2 set, a receiver and a slot to the right tight end receiver to the far side. Bryant in the backfield with Benham. Motion coming. Bryant's going to keep this. He's looking, firing into the flat. He's got Carter Benham. He turns the corner, and he's in for a touchdown.
Yes.
And the Spartans answer right back. This could be a shootout,
Yeah,
Jay.
it could be.
12-8 after the Carter Benham touchdown. Nice job by him avoiding defenders there and getting in.
Yes. Great job. Another great play call, almost the exact same thing as we saw them get that first down on, except the opposite end of the field. And a great job of making the catch and then taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like on that play, number 3 for Howard, Stephen Forby might have underestimated Carter Benham's speed a little bit there and took a bad angle. But here we go. 2-point conversion. Once again, the Spartans keeping it spread out. Why not? It's been working for them this drive. Bryant is going up the gut, following big touchdown. That was big number 65. McCarthy leading the way there. Bryant gets that 2-point conversion. I apologize, not a touchdown. They give the Spartans the 6-point lead back. 14-8, St. Mark's on top now. Yeah,
great answer there by the Spartans after Howard scored on his first drive. And so far we've had 3 drives and 3 scores.
Touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting football.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. Well, let's see what Howard has to say right back. 2 high-powered offenses going at it in this one. Back deep for Howard to return. Number 4, David Hancock, senior. On the kick for the Spartans. Number 44, just a familiar name in the state of Delaware.
Eric Ludman. He's doing double duty today as he's plays soccer. Spartans have a home game at 5 o'clock, so he said normally it's the other way. He does soccer in the afternoon on Fridays and then a night game, football game. Here it's the opposite today. So
Eric Ludman really has slimmed down. You've seen he looks to be in tremendous shape. As he'll plop this one up in the air. This one received by number 1, Kyrene Williams. And he doesn't get very much further. Gets across the 20, almost to the 30-yard line at the 29. That's where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah. And you see, we've seen that after Howard had that nice return on the first one. He kicks a nice little pop-up here. And the Spartans do a good job of covering, but Howard's offense goes back to work here.
Tahir Harley.
He had that impressive first drive. He ran for 15 and then threw a 35-yard touchdown pass.
That it is. And now you see the trips here to the near side, a single receiver up top for Harley. He takes the snap. He's looking. He fires it in the flat. This is Williams. He's got room to run. He gets around the outside, forced out of bounds on the play. Nice job right there by number 20. He's not listed on the St. Mark's roster. A young gun right there.
Yeah, and what a play design there by Howard. Like you said, the trips out to the left, and they fired it this way right in our living room, and a great catch and a well-designed play and another big play for Howard. They're picking up big chunks of yardage.
That might be either Zion Glover, number 20. He was listed as number 23, and this one is going outside to number 14 there, Tyer Spencer. He picks up about 2-3 yards on the play. Nice play on first down.
Yeah, and you can see that it ran 4 offensive plays, 3 of them passing. But the last 2 passes more of the wide receiver screen varieties that can always count as a running play. But
Howard trying to use their athleticism advantage here. You can see that for sure. Now you see them line up here. Here it is, that wing T.
Yep.
Harley under center. The motion man, Carvin Reeves. They're going to go up the middle on that. I'm not sure if that was a bobbled snap or what. Harley keeps it, falls forward, and picks up about 3 yards.
There he shows his football smarts, like you said, Pat. He's wrapped up. I'm going to fall forward and see how many yards I can get out of this. And turns it into a nice positive gain.
3-yard gain is a third and 4-third manageable here for the Wildcats. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Apologize for the clock being a little slow on that. But 14-8, Spartans on top.
Yeah, well played first half. I don't want to jinx it, but not many penalties.
Harvey in the backfield, Reeves beside him. 2 by 2 are the receivers. We're going to pulling it out. Harvey goes over here, and that's going to be caught. And it's going to be a loss there. Number 4, David Hancock. Nice catch, but knee was on the ground.
Yes.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the play design, but the throw is just not a little bit off mark, and the receiver falls down making the catch, and St. Mark's defense holds here.
Punting unit coming out. Number 7, Donovan Cartwright on the punt for the Wildcats. Back deep for the Spartans is Blake Sanders. You gotta be careful with Sanders.
They're heavy left. They're heavy, or to our right, actually. They're heavy.
There's the snap. Cartwright gets it off. It's a nice punt. Sanders looks to let it go. Oh, and it goes in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's a smart play by the punt returner, knowing where his feet are inside the 10-yard.
Hancock, I mean, Hancock was right there. He made the effort to try and pin him down at the 1 and just could not corral that one. We're going to stay right here live at Baynard Stadium. No break right here, Jay.
Yep.
We're going to see what happens. All right, so after the touchback, I believe it comes out to the 25 or is it 20 on the
20.
punt? It's
20
the 20 on the punt. First and 10, the Spartans looking to continue down the path that they've been on. First 2 possessions, it's been no problem for them moving the ball down the field for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's been a balanced offense, mostly with the run, but they have mixed in a few of the, especially the last drive, the screen passes. So big, they're out of the eye again.
This is Bryant, back screenplay, nice design, and it goes to who's that's big number 27. Devon Jones, and he rumbles across the 35 for a first down, almost to the 40. Nice play right there.
Yeah, and, they're having success with that screen pass, and I think Coach Wright sees that it's working, and he's dialing it up. And that one was well executed, wide open, and a good job of following your blockers and pick up 19 yards.
Yeah, very nice play call there by Coach Wright, and it gets the Spartans continuing to move. It's continue here from them.
Yes.
Bryant will take the snap under center here. It's an I formation. 2 receivers to the near side. They go to Benham up the middle. He fights his way close to the 45-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Spartans. Yet again, another good play on first down by St. Mark's.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job of getting the positive yards, and they've had so far 2 impressive drives. 80 on the first drive and 63 last drive, and they've already picked up 24 on this drive. So,
of course, we had Jelani on the show. We had Victor Marcelo, another guy to keep an eye out there for St. Mark's, number 15. And I believe, and here's Bryant. Now in the shotgun, St. Mark's spreading it out. He'll take the snap. He's looking to make something happen. Nothing doing. He falls down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, good job by the Howard defense there. They were not fooled by that play, and they were ready for Bryant. Bryant did make a yard out of it, so.
And Butler will check in for the Spartans in the backfield. Yeah, you know, I mean, you don't want to take the big hit there.
No.
You survive, you're still in third and manageable. It's a smart play there by Jelani Bryant. Spartan once again spreading it out here. They had success with this on their last drive. Bryant with the option. The ball's loose, picked up by Butler. Nice play just to preserve the possession there.
Yeah, right.
And the Howard Wildcats swarming to make that tackle, led by number 11, Aaron Washington.
Yeah.
It was a nice blitz off the edge as well there. That was Stephen Forby, number 3, you saw, make the initial breakup and force Jelani Bryant to make a miss.
Yeah, and then you got to watch out for those pitch plays sometimes. That Spartans turned it over twice against Archmere on those type of plays, and they're great job by Butler. Like you said, now you can punt.
Mm-hmm. And Reeves back deep for the Wildcats to receive the Ludman punt. It's a good snap, the punt. It's a nice one from Ludman. High and deep. Hits at about the 15, and it's going to die inside the 10-yard line. Nice job by Ludman on that punt.
What I liked about it, like you said, Pat, great hang time, too. Mm-hmm. So not only did he get the distance, but a great hang time to let his guys get down there and down the ball.
Absolutely, Jay. You all right, man?
Yeah.
Are you okay there, man?
All excited about this
game.
It's got me choked up.
That's it. That's the first time the St. Mark's offense has been stalled today. Nice job by Howard keeping this game within striking distance.
Remember, St. Mark's received the ball first, so Howard would get it to start the second half.
So here we go. Harley under center for this one. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw the wide receiver screen. This is at the Hancock. He's got some room. He gets around the outside. First down. Nice job by Hancock getting across the 25-yard line.
Yes.
And it looks like Howard has found some success throwing that ball to this near sideline. A couple big plays have come from it.
Yeah, and you see that they do a good job of the pitch and catch to get the receiver gets the ball and immediately turns upfield for a big gain.
Howard looking to roll down 14-8 here. Late in the first half. Harley, he's going to bring the team in a full wishbone right here. How about this? Double tight with the wishbone. This goes to Stephen Forby. He falls up the middle. About a 2-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, the thing about that formation, you can set up different plays later in the game out of that formation.
Absolutely. That's something we used to see a lot from Wilmington Charter.
Yes.
And Coach Larry Silk, he loved that kind of game plan. Now Harley back in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the near side. Harley takes the snap. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going deep. And Butler on the covers, and they're going to get him for a pass interference. They're never really turned around for the
I
ball.
was just about to say, Pat, he never turned to the ball, and if you don't turn and make a play on the ball, it's an easy call to make.
All right, you are there. Tyler Spencer, the intended receiver. That's a big boy out there. That's not an easy cover.
No. And we've seen them convert that pass on the second pass of the game, that deep ball. So St. Mark's has got to be ready for that. And in high school, it's only a 15-yard penalty for the line of scrimmage. So, but it's still a big play and puts Howard with a big first down.
It puts him close to midfield at the 45-yard line. And, if anything, it flips field position back to their side.
2:59 left here in the second quarter.
That's correct. Here comes, it looks like the wishbone double tight. Let's see what they have up their sleeve here now. They give this one off. This is Reeves off to the right side. Gets close to midfield. That's about a 4-yard gain.
And he broke the tackle at the line of scrimmage and fights forward for 4 yards. A a good job by him to get positive yards when it looked like the Spartans had him wrapped up for a no-gainer.
And Joseph Cartwright, he ended up doing the finishing touches on that, Big Joe Cartwright. 2nd down and 6 upcoming for the Wildcats at their own 49-yard line. Spencer, he's going deep. He's got a man.
Right
It's
behind
Hancock getting behind the D, fighting inside the 5 down to the 4-yard line. What a throw, Harley to Hancock. What a play. And they found that right side of the field is where they're attacking right now.
Yeah, and that's the 2nd time on a long play the pump fake has fooled the Spartans defense.
Double moves.
Yep.
And the only way you can do that is if you have a good offensive line
Right.
up front that gets you the protection. And right now, Howard having really good protection and success for Harley to make these plays.
Yeah, it's been a nice play for them in this one.
Here's the Delaware backs. Harley under center. Wing T motion. It's a pitch out to Reeves. Reeves coming towards the sideline, fighting, breaking tackles close to the goal line. It looks like he'll be stopped at about the 1-yard line, bringing up a 2nd down and goal.
That's a great move by him. I mean, he looked like the Spartans strung that play out, but Reeves made something positive happen and takes it down to the 1.
Absolutely, and once again, Howard trying to answer here before halftime as we tick down to close to a minute left. I formation. Harley under center. Gives it off to Reeves. He falls forward and he's in. Touchdown, Howard. As an impressive drive put together by the Wildcats has tied this game up at 14.
Yeah, and a 85-yard drive. So Howard answers with once Ludman hit that great punt, we're like, wow, great, and Howard did a great job, goes 85 yards and ties this up and has a chance to take the lead on the conversion here.
Absolutely, the 4th-ranked team in Division II coming back with an answer. This has been everything we've expected, and talk about a beautiful fall day.
Yes,
Jason. Absolutely.
Football weather.
This is football weather, man. Absolutely. Harley. He's going to take this from the gun. 2 receivers on either side trying to spread the Spartans out. Now they'll reconvene, and you'll see this wishbone look. Harley under center. And there's a delay of game. Delay of game, and that'll move this try back 5 yards and make it a little more difficult for Howard.
Yeah, and I know doing games with Coach Hempel, he says you always, as a quarterback, you always have to be looking at that back official.
Absolutely.
He gives you that 5 count. You have to be ready.
Absolutely, man. Especially if they're a touchdown, man. There's really no excuse for that. And once again, they'll shuffle into the wishbone. Harley dropping back, looking to make something happen, and that throw's a little low. Not a bad throw, though, only where his receiver could catch it. Falls incomplete, and we're tied up here at 14. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back here on 302 Sports.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
All tied up here at Baynard Stadium. Top 10 matchup here in Division II. The number 10 St. Mark Spartans visiting the number 4 Howard Wildcats. 14 all with 1:06 to go in the first half. The Spartans do have all 3 timeouts left. What do you think here, Jay? Do you think you see them take a shot?
They've moved the ball effectively on offense, so why not? Howard gets the ball to start the second half, so why not try it? And you have a great field goal kicker in Ludman.
Yes.
That if you can get down to field goal range, you can at least have an attempt at it.
Once again, the squib kick is falling on, and the Spartans will have decent field position here. It was fallen on there by number 7, Andrew Vogel, the sophomore. So the Spartans will start off here at the 36-yard line, and like you said, Jay, they've had an impressive job moving the ball. However, they've been time-consuming drives.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Do they let Bryant, take the reins over and throw the football a little bit?
And let's see, now that you got good field position, why not, and you got a good kicker, why not take a couple chances and see if you can get down there?
So let's see what the Spartans come out in. They look like they're spread out 2 by 2. Bryant will be in the backfield with Benham. Motion man coming. Screen. Benham can't quite hold on there. Nice job there by number 51 on defense, Jermaine Lugo, making that a difficult throw.
Yes, and a great job. We've seen St. Mark's have success with the screen, and almost looked like Howard's ready for that one. Got the pressure on the quarterback, and the receiver was well covered.
So 58 seconds to go. Only 6 seconds come off the clock on that play. And Jay, you know a little more about Ludman than I do. Where would you say his range is in order to think about maybe taking a field goal?
He's had the distance from 40 plus in games, and so to me, if they could get down to 20, 25, I think they can at least give it a shot at it.
As you can see there, Bryant with his pass completed. The clock going to continue to run. Let's see if the Spartans will take a timeout. That one completed to Blake Sanders on the sideline, about a 7-yard gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. And here they go, no timeout. Here's Bryant looking to get the first. He's around the far side, does a nice job. He gets the first down, gets to midfield. The clock will stop briefly with 30 seconds to go. 1st and 10. And the Spartans, no huddle yet again.
Yeah,
not calling a timeout.
No, and the clock won't start until they get the chains lined up, and there you go. So,
and that's a good job. They spiked the ball.
3 seconds. So that's a great job of the Spartans, knowing that the clock's not going to start until they reset the chains. They get everyone up there. They spike the ball down.
So they do cross midfield. They're at the Howard 49-yard line. 25 seconds to go. All 3 timeouts left for the Spartans.
Yes.
And Jay, you say Ludman could potentially kick a 40. 1 timeout left. There you go, Pat. Pay attention, will you? Spartans only have 1 timeout left. I apologize about that.
We see 3 on the board.
We see 3 on the board. That's what kind of threw me off a little bit. But no. So here we go. Referees huddling up, talking. The Spartans breaking out of their huddle.
Kind of helps both teams get refresh on this play.
Spartans are going to come out in their spread offense.
Say again.
27 seconds. They're going to put 2 seconds back on.
I thought they spiked it with 27.
So keep an eye. Our clock is at 25. We're not going to reset it. We're just going to delay the start of our clock on your screen. So do not be alarmed by seeing the 25 on there. Spartans got it spread out. Ryan Duplessis out here with Colmery. And here's Bryant in at quarterback. He's going to take the snap. He's rolling. He's looking. He's taking a shot for Duplessis deep. He's got him. And it's overthrown just a little bit through the hands of Duplessis.
Yeah, and that would have definitely put them in field goal range. Great play call there. Take a shot downfield, see if you can get in field goal range. And you still got 20 seconds left to take another shot.
Good coverage there by Kaim Williams and Isaiah Kelsey, forcing that perfect throw on that one from Bryant. So 3rd and 10, 20 seconds to go here until halftime. Spartans Wildcats here.
Great first half of action, Pat. We got a good one, and we thought it would be a good one. And next week, Howard gets AI here. So 2 big weeks for Howard coming up.
2 big playoff previews potentially, as the Spartans are going with a trips to the near side here. Here's the snap. Bryant going to run to the weak side. Makes a couple men miss. He gets close to first down yardage, and he might have it. It's going to depend on the spot. There's 10 seconds to go until halftime. They're going to give him that first down. Spartans got to hurry. Clock starts. Bryant spikes the ball. 7 seconds to go here until halftime. So now, Jay, you're probably not going to get down in the field goal range. You got to think about maybe taking a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, right. I mean, you're looking at right now. You're almost a 57-yard field goal. They're not even going to attempt that.
No, they're not even. You know, there's professional guys that can't even.
Yeah, and you don't want them to potentially return it. So I think you just, like you said, take a shot to the end zone, or you just do a quick hitter, try and get out of bed. Well, you have 1 timeout left. Take a quick hard, or see if you can get 8 or 9 yards and maybe attempt a field goal there. But
and there's going to be a timeout. St. Mark's going to use that final timeout right here. Play clock was dwindling down there.
I don't think they knew what they wanted to do, whether they wanted to take a shot at the end zone or do the 8 or 9 yard out. Now it makes it easy. You got to get to the end zone here with no timeout.
So, well, 14-14, Jay. What stood out to you for both teams? Maybe one thing that stood out to you from both teams here in the first half.
To me, it's Howard's passing attack, especially with the double moves. We saw 2 big, huge pass plays. For St. Mark's, it's been these time-consuming drives, and the way to keep Howard's great offense off the field is have a great time-consuming drives yourself. And so I've been really impressed with us. St. Mark's doing a great job on the ground and controlling the game. And Howard's hit the big plays.
Yep, absolutely, Jay. And like you said, 2 different styles right here. So here we go. 2nd down and 10, 7 seconds left for the Spartans until half. They got the ball 39 yards from the end zone. Bryant in the gun. He'll drop back. Looking, and he's going to fall down, and this one will go to half.
Yep.
Bryant didn't want to take the big hit. Did not have a lot of time there to make that deep throw, and he just takes the sack there. Number 50 in on that play. And Jeremiah Coombs-Washington, an impressive first half for him.
Yeah.
So we're now at the half. 14-14 in this top 10 matchup. And Jay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll recap this first half.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about it after these brief messages. You're watching 302 Sports.
Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the Culinary Coast with 10 locations from Lowest, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
You can and we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 302 Sports presentation of Delaware High School football. We got a good one here. Number 4 Howard taking on number 10 St. Mark's, and Jay, 14-14 at the half. Both teams doing it in different ways, and you see you have some halftime stats there. What do you got for us with this one?
Yeah, total yards. They're really very close in this one. Howard has 160 total yards. They have had 3 drives, a 50-yard touchdown drive, a 25-yard drive that resulted in a punt, and a 85-yard scoring drive. The Spartans, 186 total yards. They had the 1 extra drive, but their first drive, 80 yards. Their second drive, 63 yards. Their third drive, 24 yards and a punt, and then 19 yards right before the clock expired and hit 0. So both teams are moving the ball at will.
That they are, and they're doing it in different ways.
Yep.
Of course, Howard with the aerial attack, and I've been impressed with Tyre Harley with his accuracy.
He's been dead on.
He's been dead on it, and they've been running a lot of success on that right side of their offense with big-time plays like you talked about there in the first half as far as yardage is concerned. The Spartans been quite the opposite. They've been working the ball down the field, using multiple running backs, as you have seen, and they are going to start the second half on defense.
Howard?
Howard is going to start
on offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
St. Mark's going to start on defense.
Yep.
So what adjustments do you think that Coach Wright has to do to stop the Howard quick plays?
Yeah, and I think what he has to say is he has to be ready for the double move on the pass. He needs to try and get some pressure on the quarterback. He's had all day back there to throw the ball. He's completing the passes at a high rate. So I think if you're the Spartans, you want to try and not necessarily draw up a blitz or two, but just try and get some extra pressure on the quarterback and make them uncomfortable back there. But they have to try and get some pressure and shut down those deep passes that have been successful for the Wildcats in the first half.
Absolutely, and Howard, of course, first couple of drives, they really struggled to stop the run game of the Spartans, but they really kind of solidified themselves there towards the second half of the opening half, and kind of held St. Mark's down a little bit. What have you seen from them as far as an adjustment that's kind of flipped the switch and kind of prevented St. Mark's from really just doing whatever they wanted?
Yeah, and like you said, the first 2 drives, 80 and 63, both resulted in touchdowns. The last 2 drives, they had to punt in that thing. And they did a good job at the first 2 drives. That screen pass was there. They did a better job at defending that.
Absolutely. No, you're exactly right, Jay. And just a reminder to everybody, 302 Sports Weekly, we have a new location, the Buffalo Wild Wings at their Christiana location right there on Route 7, right before you hit Route 1. Make sure you check us out. Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, come down to the show. We've had tremendous viewership from people coming down to the show. You get a chance to win some 302 swag, some stickers, some phone pops, and one lucky fan gets to go away with a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card. And also Buffalo Wild Wings has a couple giveaways, some scratch-offs for potential free items and some discount cards as well. It's pretty cool.
And we had, like you said, we've had great turnouts the first 3 weeks. Stay tuned. Find out who our guests are for the next couple of weeks. But
yeah, this week we got John Busby and Marty Sheenan coming on, the Fox Sports 1290 guys. They're coming on, and you're going to find out where they're going to be next week live on the show, as it's a you pick 'em, so to speak, for next week's game of the week. So keep an eye out for that one. But no, it's been great. The venue's been awesome. We love Buffalo Wild Wings with this new the new venue and whatnot. And Jay, it's been a good transition. It's been a good transition.
Yeah, it's a great location for us, and like we said, with the guests, we've been filling that place up, and it's been a good partnership with us so far.
That it is, and one thing we do is we review and recap some of the games we saw from last week. And last night there was some big time scores that happened.
Yeah, and a couple games I think we thought were going to be close were not. But what a job by Sussex Central, ending Smyrna's big-time winning streak.
20-some games it was.
And the
in-state win streak,
Yeah, and their defense, we mentioned on the show, they've only given up 3 points in their last 4 games. They held that Smyrna offense to 12 points. When's the last time you would think Smyrna would score under 20 points in a game?
It's wild.
And great job by them. And then Middletown, Fry was impressive last night.
5 touchdowns last night.
Yeah, he threw the ball 39 times. I think he had 28 completions, which is an incredible number in high school football. And so what a game there. And then French Quakers were impressive last night, picking up a win against St. Elizabeth's. And as at Division II, we said there was a lot of matchups this week in Division II that would determine how that tournament shakes up. And we saw some interesting games. And Archmere DMA is playing as we speak now.
It is. That's another good one. And another shocker was Friends absolutely annihilating St. Elizabeth last night in a 40-0.
And speaking of Archmere, they're up 7-0 on DMA with 5:27 left in the first quarter.
There you go. So another score update there coming from the man and myth, the Jason Winchell, as I like to say right there. But no, about ready to get started here in the second half. Ludman will be kicking off. Back deep for the Wildcats is Carvin Reeves and David Hancock. And we're going to see what happens here in the second half.
Yes. And we saw the last time Ludman did a kind of a squib kick after Howard had the good return on the first kickoff. Let's see which way they're going to go here.
So, Howard trying to reclaim the lead. They had it briefly with 8-6, but the Spartans have answered that. 14-all. Ludman kicking off, and
that one's going to go in the end zone.
How about that one?
Automatic touchback.
Automatic touchback on that kick, man. That thing, for a second, I thought, that might go through the uprights.
Yes.
That's a big leg on that young man.
I told you he had range.
Yes, he does, man.
Yep.
That he does.
So, but that's a good thing there. That's one way to prevent them from returning it.
That's it. Here comes Tahir Harley, number 13, a quarterback, 2 touchdown passes on the day, I believe. Or not 1 touchdown pass, but an impressive performance from the left-hander so far.
And the second one, he had a nice big gain that was tackled at the 4-yard line.
So here he comes. He's been impressive. Let's see what he's got here for the second half. He shifts out of from under center and this trips to this near side. Harley takes the snap. He's going to run. This is just like the first play of the game, and he's got a gap. And you might have to kiss him goodbye, but wait. Stiff arm brought down there. That's Zion Glover.
We mentioned his Glover speed, and he was able to track Harley down. But what a great first play. Great play call. That's
how about
that? That's a 57-yard run.
Tahir Harley starting both halves off on offense with a QB keeper, and they're both big plays. That you could see from Jump Street. That thing was set up beautifully for the Wildcats, and if it wasn't for Glover's world-class speed, it would be 20-14 Wildcats right now. Here's Harley again, same play. Going around the right side again, and he's going to fall inside the 20-yard line. Tackle made there by number 2, Ryan Duplessis. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5. Another good play there.
Yes, I was going to say he gained 5 yards on it, but the Spartans did a better job of getting more people to that side of the field this time. But still, Glover made 5 yards out of it, and Howard's in business.
That they do. Here's Harley. Gets the play set. They run up. Trips to the left side now. Under center is Harley. He drops back, fires it out there. That's caught by David Hancock. However, dirty laundry out there on the field.
And we just mentioned there was only a few penalties in the first half, and here a holding penalty. This will be costly.
And the officials talking it over. Now, you're right. If this is against Howard, they're drive killers, these holds, man. The 10 yards is not easy to obtain.
And it's from the spot in high school football, so it's not from the original line of scrimmage.
So let's see. They talk it over. They're going to come back out. And it's going to be a false start.
Well, that's different.
Against Howard. That's a 5-yard loss. Still hurts,
yes,
but not nearly as much as a holding. Harley comes to the huddle. Barks out the play. This would be big here if Howard can get a score here to start off the half. Only a minute has come off the clock, though. Perhaps,
that's the thing with Howard. It's been quick drives.
Let's see if that has anything to do later in the game with St. Mark's, the way that they run down a defense. Harley rolls out to his left. Throws. Oh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. He was looking there for David Hancock, and that was the coverage by Zion Glover. He was on him like white on rice there, Jay.
Yeah, great coverage.
Yeah.
We mentioned that they've had success passing the ball there. Glover was not fooled on that play, and he was right there, like you said, lucky not turned over.
That he was. Nonetheless, 3rd down and 10 upcoming here for Howard. 10:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Harley under center to spread out trips to the far side. There's the play. Harley's going deep. It's a nice ball. It is, incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though. A lot of contact.
Yeah, I was going to say either a defensive holding, if not pass interference. He was grabbing hold of him.
Yeah, Butler on the coverage there, but Tyre Spencer with his big frame is just so hard to catch. And he still almost caught that ball in one hand.
Yeah. I like that. When you go the one-on-one matchup side and you have your receiver fight for the ball.
And that was a good thrown ball by Harley. He put it where only his guy was going to be able to make a play and use his height advantage. The officials waiting to mark off the penalty yardage. He should give Howard a close to a 1st and goal. A 1st and 10 will be coming from the 14-yard line, and they're right up and they're ready to go. They're not wasting any time.
I actually think
there's got to be. That's a 15-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken here, Jay. Right? That's not a half a distance yet.
I would think you'd have to be inside the 20 for half the distance, and now we're at the 23. So to me, that would be a 15 yards. But
we're going to see right here. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a 1st and 10. Just a miscommunication going on down there. That's all that was between the chain gang and the officials. 1st and 10. Here's Harley under center. Motion man coming. He takes the snap. He gives it to him. That's Reeves. He's inside the 5-yard line down to the 4. Carvin Reeves. Nice punishing run there.
Yeah, great run. Great play call. And you pick up 8 yards and they have 2nd and 2. And you're right at the 4-yard line.
The old 928 belly right there, Jay.
Yeah.
2nd down and 1. Coming here for the Wildcats once again in that wing tee. Once again, Reeves in motion. They're going to go to the opposite side now. And fighting into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown is number 3, Stephen Forby. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's an impressive opening drive there, Jay.
Yes, it is.
Impressive opening drive. They take a little bit of time off the clock, too, even after the big play on first play of the second half. They take some time off, and they fight it into the end zone. That's a great job right there. Great execution by the Howard Wildcats.
Yeah, great drive, 80-yard drives. We've seen impressive drives in this game, and there was and now a chance. Like we said, the difference in this game could be Ludman, as Howard goes 2 every time.
That is true. And they're going to go to Reeves. He's got a hole on the left side, and he's in there, and he gets it. That could loom large. 22-14, Howard, after a very impressive drive. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at Baynard Stadium. Howard just put their opening drive into the end zone to go up 22-14 over the Spartans. And, Jay, that was their most impressive drive of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a great drive for them, and they went right on down the field. And that one, I think, was one of their longer drives.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. It was impressive to me because it didn't rely on a huge play to get them there. They put together some good plays. This one retrieved there by Sanders. He's trying to make something happen, and he won't get to the 20. He gets to the 25-yard line, and that's a nice play right there by number 8 in blue, Raheem Snowden. 1st and 10 for the Spartans now. Now you got to see what they got here, Jay. See how they bounce back and answer this.
Yeah, because for St. Mark scored its first possession, Howard responded, and St. Mark scored its second possession. Howard scored right before half, and now they come out and get the Howard. Howard comes out and scores on their first possession. Now St. Mark's needs to answer.
Score update: Archmere 14, DMA nothing.
Yeah, so impressive stuff by Archmere this year.
This one up the middle, and there's nothing doing there. I'm trying to see who that was. It was Carter Benham. Nothing doing for the Sparty running back there. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and long for St. Mark's. And, like I said, the first 2 drives, the Spartans moved the ball with ease, but Howard really did kind of zipper it up there before the half.
The last 2 drives was, one where they went 20-some yards a punt, and then a 19-yard one right before the half. But, yes, Howard's did a good job of shoring up its defense.
That they did. 2nd down, and we'll call it 9 here for Jelani Bryant and the Spartans. They go to Benham again. He's reading the defense, trying to get outside. Nothing really doing there. He tackled there by Reeves. It was a short gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for the Spartans.
Yeah, like you said, if you could force St. Mark's into 3rd and long, that's what Howard's game plan here.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if Coach Wright puts it in Jelani Bryant's hands at all at some point to throw the football.
Yeah, they've had their most success with the screen plays.
Yeah. And now they're a little bit out of where they want to be. Usually they like to control the clock and run the football with a lead. Now they're playing from behind.
Right.
Let's see how it affects them. Here's Bryant. He drops back looking to throw, and he does, and it's a nice one. Completed to Blake Sanders for a 1st down.
A well-designed play there. Good job by Sanders knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He goes there. That way, if he catches the ball and gets hit, it's 1st down.
Key word there. He got to the sticks.
Yep.
He got to the sticks. So many times you see receivers, they stop short. Blake Sanders does not. So now let's see. The Spartans come out once again in the spread formation. Under center is Bryant. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. This is Benham again, and he picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. The running game not really hitting off big-time plays for the Spartans, but gets them closer to them sticks.
Yeah, you know what it does, though. It's
chewing that,
right.
Keeping that Howard offense off the field with their quick strike attack.
And it's their big plays have come from Bryant out of the run game, but these 2 or 3 yarders, they add up.
Bryant in the gun here. He's going to drop back, looking to throw. It's the same play, and that's good coverage out there by number 1, Kaheem Williams. Great coverage, in fact, on Sanders there. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Yeah.
Shame on you, and then shame on me. Jeez, I sound like George Bush right there, man, doing that. Still shame on you.
Yes.
But great coverage there by the Howard defensive back. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and long once again for the Spartans, trying to answer the opening drive score by Howard. Bryant takes the snap. He's looking, and that's knocked down Nice job right there.
Yeah, great defense.
By number 51, Jermaine Lugo. And that's a 4th down and long. This is a big stop here by the Howard Wildcats, who are looking to really take control of this game.
Yeah, great stop and great defense. And you're always taught as a lineman, if you're not going to get to the quarterback, get your hands up.
That's exactly right.
And that's exactly what he did there to deflect that pass.
And there's a penalty marker thrown on the field. Harley's back deep to return this punt.
They have too many men, I believe.
That's what we're looking to see. The officials are saying something. They got these headsets now, so they don't have to huddle up fully. And that's going to make it a 4th down and 3. Let's see if Coach Wright decides to switch it up now. Harley back deep to receive this Ludman punt. The snap is good. Ludman, nearly blocked. It gets run into, and look at this.
Yeah, that's going to be a great punt, but there is a flag, I think, for running into the kicker.
That ball's down inside the 5, but
it's going to be a 1st down, I think, for St. Mark's.
Eric Ludman from the school of Pat McAfee.
Yes.
The acting going on there.
Yeah, exactly right. The acting.
That's you go to camps for stuff like that. That's impressive right there. He gets the penalty, and that's going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Spartans. And now their drive is alive.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And like you said, what a great punt too.
Yeah.
Showing that Howard did not get a piece of that, but then the wherefore to at least try and draw the penalty.
So 1st and 10 for St. Mark's, their own 49-yard line. Brian under center. He takes it to reverse. Inside handoff to Butler. Butler up the middle, making a few men miss. Gets 1st down yardage. Brought down inside the 40-yard line there by number 6, Isaiah Kelsey.
I like that play call. A little like inside handoff type reverse play, and you get the speed guy Butler.
I believe we called that one. I think it was 844 counter crisscross or something like that we used to run back in high school. That was a wing T play.
Yes.
That was a wing T play back in the day. All right. So, Spartans back in rhythm.
Yes.
I formation, Bryant under center.
He moved.
Duplessis comes in motion. However, it looked like there was movement up front by St. Mark's.
Yes, and we had such a crisp first half, not many penalties. And here in the second half, penalties are picking up.
That's going to move them back and make it a 1st and 15.
At their Howard 43.
If anything, this is chewing up clock.
Yeah, and these are the drives that the Spartans like. Keeps that Howard offense that's been deadly off the field.
That it does. However, they're behind the sticks now with a 1st and 15. Walking to the line are the Spartans. Bryant under center, I formation. Duplessis coming in motion. Dropping back is... Oh, that throw is... Did Harley intercept that?
I think he did.
It's going to depend on if
we have
the
not seen the
officials-
call.
They're looking to see. They're talking about it.
And there was a flag.
There was a flag on the play, so hold everything. And they said he intercepted it.
Okay, great.
Harley making plays on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, great interception. That could be a top play of the week.
And this flag is a false start against St. Mark's, so that will stand.
Yeah.
And Howard now can really grab this game with a pair of vice grips and take control here potentially with another nice drive if they can put one together. Big turnover there forced by Harley. Early candidate potentially for player of the game.
Yes.
Now it's Tahir Harley. Let's see what he can do on the offensive side of the ball. 1st and 10, Howard. Two-by-two set. Now they're going to make it a trips to the near side. Harley in the gun. Motion man. Gives it off. This is Hancock. Tripped up after about, we'll give him about 4 or 5 yards on that play. Not a bad first down play there for the Wildcats.
A good play call.
2nd down, and we'll say a long 6 here for Howard. Howard's fans down here claiming Spartans are tired. Keep it going. They want this ball in rhythm. This one is off to Stephen Forby. He goes up the middle. He gets to around the 40-yard line with forward progress, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short for Howard, and they're right where they want to be.
Yes.
The clock ticking away. This is a big 3rd down, though, for Howard. If they can get this 1st down, you could really get this thing late into the 3rd quarter, and you, of course, continue to drive to score.
Right.
If you punt it back to St. Mark's, that turnover, you feel like potentially is wasted. Harley in the backfield, Carvin Reeves to his left. 2-by-2 set. Harley takes the snap, quick throw, and it's a outside, incomplete. Intended receiver on the play was Michael Brock. That'll bring up a 4th down for Howard, and that's a big stop there for St. Mark's.
Yeah, great stop. Like you said, right after the turnover, what's the best thing to do is stop them and force a punt.
It's a huge stop there for St. Mark's. On the punt for Howard, number 7, Donovan Cartwright. And there's another penalty.
And I think St. Mark's has 12 players this time.
And this could be a 1st down, 5 yards. Could give Howard a 1st down.
How does
you can't have that happen.
And that I put on the coaches. You have to know how your special teams. Hey, special teams, you're in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you got to have someone assigned to count guys up.
Right.
And, you'd rather – look, you're going to be fired up either way if you got to waste a timeout, but you'd rather waste a timeout to give a team a first down
after you made the nice stop.
Huge penalty against the Spartans there. Extends this Howard drive. And I wouldn't be shocked if you see Coach Ritter put the ball in Tahir Harley's hands and tell him to take a shot here.
Yes.
Right after a penalty like that.
Right after the penalty, try and hit the home run.
Let's see. They're going to come out. They're going to be in the wing tee. Here's motion. That's Reeves. They're going to give the Reeves on a power. He's going to go up, pick up about 4 yards on the play, close to midfield. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6, so no big shot yet. Back at the 48, so yeah, 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats. You've seen a lot more ball control here in the 2nd half by Howard.
And like you said, now they got the lead.
Let's see if they I formation here. There's some movement. And that's going to come back. It's a nice run. Oh, the ball came out. Ball came loose.
St. Mark's has it.
Let's see what the officials say. Are they going to say he was down or what? They're talking it over. That could be huge. The penalty's going to be against Howard. It was a false start. The receiver moved. It's going to determine whether or not they said this was a turnover or not. Illegal shift against the Wildcats. It's declined, and they're going to call it fumble on the field. And the Spartans are going to take over. So the Spartans, not only did they get a stop, then they blow it and get a penalty, and then they save themselves again. impressive there. And now the Spartans are right back in this game now.
Bryant. So each team with a better turnover so far in the second half.
Bryant under center. He takes the snap, gives it back to Timothy Butler Jr. He gets up to midfield. That's a 2-yard gain on the first down there by the Spartans. Good field position for St. Mark's here, as they're going to look to take advantage of that. Coach Wright taking his time. Jelani Bryant, of course, running to the sideline to get a play. That's that old school mentality.
Old school mentality now.
Both teams do that.
Yes.
Long gone are the days of, the Coach Joe Hempel, where it was a workout just to play quarterback in a game. You're running back and forth to the sidelines the whole game. Bryant under center. Sanders in motion. They give it to Carter Benham. He shifts, gets around the outside, makes a couple men miss, dives across the 40-yard line. And that's a first down for the Spartans. They're putting something together now.
Yes, they are.
Feeding off that mo.
Yep, and like we said, after you commit the turnover on offense, what a better way than to get that defensive turnover, force that fumble.
Mm-hmm. It's impressive. First down and 10, St. Mark's. Got ourselves a good one here at Baynard Stadium.
Kind of like we expected when we talked about this, broke down this game Wednesday on our show.
Here's Bryant. QB power up the middle. And he gets down close to the 30-yard line. The tackle made once again, Jeremiah Combs-Washington. But that's not after a 7-yard gain by Jelani Bryant.
Yeah, and you called it a quarterback power run.
Mm-hmm. Something you saw a lot from Coach Wright when he was at St. E's.
Yes.
He would have Ray Jones back there. He would have, before he was injured, Casey Rock, Chris Cropper when he was there that first year. Jelani, of course, the dual-threat quarterback. He doesn't have to make the switch. Colmery in motion. The give will go to him. Around the outside, makes a few men miss. He gets the first down yardage. That's a nice run there by number 28. Christian Colmery, of course, we are familiar with his brother, of course.
Right.
Former baseball standout. And
Alston.
Yeah, Alston Colmery. First down, and St. Mark's driving down to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, impressive drive after the turnover.
2-by-2 set here for Jelani Bryant and the Spartans. And he's going to keep this one up the middle. He gets across the 20, down close to first down yardage. It's going to be a little bit short. Bring up a second down and 1, and Coach Wright's going with the no huddle here. Trying to get a little tempo going are the Spartans. Under a minute to go here in the third. Bryant going to bring it around the right side. He's got some room. That's a first down inside the 5-yard line. And they're gonna continue this one. Right up on the ball is St. Mark's.
Yeah, trying to get the score before the end of the quarter, maybe.
Bryant up the middle, and he does get that score. Touchdown, St. Mark's. Jelani Bryant did a lot on that drive with those QB runs.
Yeah, he found saw what was working and kept on going with just a great drive there by the Spartans, who will probably now try and go for 2.
Yeah, this is a crucial play here. 22-20 game. End of the third quarter. Bryant, it looks like they got the bigger backs in for this one. This is a huge play coming here.
Yes, it is.
He's got Carter Benham to his left, 2-by-2. Look for Bryant to go right up the middle again, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And here he comes. Up the middle, and he's reaching across. Let's see. Was his knee down?
No
and
good.
they say no good.
No
That's
good.
A big stop there. Big stop by Howard to keep the lead. Jelani Bryant got twisted up on that one. He's slow to get up off the field. Hope everything's okay with him. But big stop there on the 2-point conversion by Howard, Jay.
Yeah, and that's right. We said 2-point conversions in this game might be the difference. But that was about as close as you can get.
But either way, an impressive drive there by the Spartans after
they turned the turnover into goal there.
They did, and that's crucial. Points off turnovers are a big time, and no matter what sport it is, where turnover and possession is a factor. The points off of turnovers are very important. Spartans, Howard could not do it.
No.
And St. Mark's did.
St. Mark's capitalizes. Let's see what Lubman does here on this kick.
Yeah, of course, Reeves and number 4, Hancock back deep. There's the kickoff, and when you can do that, Hancock fields it. He's going to bring this one out. He's got a gap, and he's tripped up there by Blake Sanders, short of the 30-yard line. So, once again, one of the most exciting players that we've seen this year, Tahir Harley, back on the field for Howard here with a 2-point lead. Once again, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Ritter does here. I mean, they've had success with the big play capabilities of Harley's arm and his legs. It'll be interesting to see what they do here with only a 2-point lead now. Harley will be under center. It's an I formation. Nathaniel Murray and Carvin Reeves are the backs. They give it to Reeves. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the Spartans defense as they gang tackled there.
That was Carter Benham and Patrick Cannon. And there's an injury down on the field. An injured Howard player. 6 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As we're sitting here, Jay, the second half has been very different than that first half. Yeah, one thing you talked about at halftime was the total yardage both teams had. The second half has been much more of a clock management, safe play calling type of half here. It'll be interesting to see going into the fourth quarter which trend it follows. Does it follow what we saw here in the third quarter, or does it go back to what we saw in that first half?
Yeah, if you're Howard, you've come out here and you've run a lot more in the second half. See if they get back to that passing in the fourth quarter in a 2-point game.
It will be interesting to see for sure. But, hopefully everything's okay with the injured Howard player down on the field. He does get up, and he will walk off under his own power. So, once again, hope everything's okay there. But I believe this clock will start because it was a run play kept in bounds afterwards. So that we probably will be going into the fourth quarter here. Like we said, Jay, it should be a good one. Should be a good one going into this fourth quarter. 22-20 your score.
The Hawks just added a 30-yard field goal lead DMA 17-0 as they close in on the half.
How about that one? DMA, it just goes to show you, year to year, things can change. A lot of people, including us, thought DMA was going to be, one of the teams to really keep an eye on. And
it started out so good this year, and then the last few games.
We know that they can dominate that conference, and that's what's helped them in the past. But this year, a sneak loss against Sainties. We thought Hodson had the upper hand, but, injuries really made that one a lopsided one. And now against a tough Archmere team, which is
Archmere's 4-1. They're looking to go 5-1 with their only loss being to a Division I Dover, who's having an excellent year on the Division I side. So,
yeah, Archmere is not a team to be taken lightly, but we'll take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back here with the fourth quarter on 302 Sports.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Back here at Baynard Stadium, and look at this. First play is a double pass. And no penalty flag on the play. Looked to be a little bit of contact there.
Well, this one official did throw a flag on this side, but I think it was before the pattern.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And there was a lot of Tyre Spencer and Timothy Butler. Really a lot of
sideline warning on St. Mark's.
Sideline warning on St. Mark's, but it looks like they survived the potential huge play there. We saw a double pass last week between Hodson and DMA. We were talking about that game before we went to that quick break. Double pass, man, with Votex, with the double passes here, Jay.
Yes.
That one didn't work as much, though. 3rd down and 9 here for Howard. What we haven't seen is Harley make a throw here in a while. Even that one was a double pass. Let's see if he takes a shot deep here on 3rd and 9. Harley dropping back. There it is. Pass is completed, and that's a 1st down by Michael Brock. As you can see, once if I'm Howard, that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
I mean, this young man has been great throwing the football today. And
yes.
St. Mark's has been kind of shady with it.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 9, and he ran a 5-yard pattern, and nobody was on them.
No one was there.
Pitch to catch, and you run for the 1st down.
So here we go. I formation for Harley and the Wildcats. He gives it back to Reeves, and he's got a hole, and he could go inside the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Howard.
What a run there by Reeves. He takes it, follows his blockers, and goes for the big touchdown.
Untouched through the middle. Beautiful job up front by Howard getting that thing blocked. And Reeves turned on the Jets, the big fella. Rumbling and stumbling down the field. 8-point game now. This is huge. A 2-point conversion here, Jay, can make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah. Very big play there by Howard. And we've seen them, they've converted big plays in this one. Mostly through the passing game, but they're great running.
There's big 3rd down conversion there to get that 1st down. And then it was just, let's run on 1st down, set ourselves up with 2nd and short, and Reeves broke it off. They're going for 2. It's Reeves again, and he's stuffed in the backfield. That's a big play by Cart right there to keep this a one-possession game. So, Reeves breaking one off. Carvin Reeves to the house, making this an 8-point game again. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come right back. The Spartans look to answer here in the 4th quarter on 302 Sports.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you, for all of life's big moments, and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, on 302 Sports. We just saw a big-time play by Carvin Reeves, 57 yards, the distance on the run for Howard to give him the 28-20 lead here early in the 4th quarter. And Jay,
buckle up, man.
We're
in for a wild landing in this game.
That's it. Hold on, Allah. We're coming in for a landing, as they like to say. Here's Butler on the return for the Spartans, fighting, still not down, and he's going to get that ball up to the 30-yard line. Great effort there by Timothy Butler Jr.
Yeah, great effort. Like you said, he just would not go down and fights for extra yards.
Good coverage, though, on the play by Howard.
Right.
Would not let him get away. So here we go. Howard's got all the momentum in this one right now. It'll be interesting to see what the Spartans do. They like to run the football, Jay, like we were talking about. The good thing for St. Mark's is it's still only a one-possession game, so the clock is not a factor.
Right, and still 11:09 left here in the 4th quarter. So
Yeah, the clock definitely not a factor. If they would have pushed it to 10 points, then you got to worry about, your 6-minute drives. Here they come. I formation for the Spartans. Bringing big number 27, Devon Jones, back in the game. Duplessis in motion. The give goes to Benham. He's got some room, and he gets to the 40-yard line. That's a nice, that's a big play-saving tackle by Michael Brock.
Yeah, you called it because that was he had a big hole in the good running lane, and Block made a great tackle.
That he did. 2nd down and 1, 9-yard gain for Benham. Good play there for St. Mark's. They're gonna have to take some big chunk plays here and try and score this one. 10.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. Let's spread it back out, will the Spartans. Here's Bryant. He's going to keep this one. This worked for a lot. Oh, he fumbled the ball. It's loose, and Howard gets it.
Yeah.
Bryant gets it poked loose.
Big hole for Bryant, but great job by the Howard guy poking the ball loose, and they recover. And, wow, a big turnover here for the Spartans, and Howard has it at midfield.
Ball recovered there by Kasai Franklin, big number 55 on the D. And that could be a game-changing play. Howard gets the ball right at midfield, already up 8. Looking maybe to chew some clock, and if they score again, St. Mark's could be in trouble. The sense of urgency will definitely have to go up. 2nd turnover of the game for the Spartans. I couldn't believe Bryant. I can't believe that slipped out of his hands like that. That was crazy. This is Reeves again. And I love the way that young man runs. Downhill.
Downhill is the key.
For about 7 yards or 6 yards on that one to bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, he gets the ball and he's accelerating right down the hill, and he's forcing the contact on the defense.
That he is. So Howard right here really in control of this game. They're going to come in here with the Delaware backs. Harley under center. Reeves in motion. They're going to pitch it to Reeves. He's looking to get to the outside. Not much doing on that play. Great pursuit by the Spartans. Yep, great pursuit by them. He does, however, pick up about a yard, and there's a penalty on the play. This is going to be an unsportsmanlike. Let's see who it's on, which side.
Right.
Someone was talking too much, and it's against St. Mark's.
Yeah. That's a backbreaking penalty. You cannot let that happen. You're forcing them into 3rd down, and now that's just a backbreaker.
That's a discipline play right there. Why don't frustration obviously sets in. I get that. You turn the ball over 2 times the last 2 possessions. You don't want anything. You feel the game slipping away from you, but now you're really letting it slip away from you when you get penalties like that. You got to be a little more smart on that play. 1st down and 10 for Howard. Harley gives it off. Big hole around the side. Touchdown, Howard. Stephen Forby, his 2nd of the game, turned on the Jets around the corner, and no one was catching him, Jay.
No, what a speed as he got to that sideline, and he tight-roped it into the end zone.
That's it. One thing you can't teach is speed. Forby gets around the outside, beautifully blocked again there by Howard, and now, like we said, Howard's got control of this game. The Spartans are going to have to turn up the urgency button here.
This is a 2-point conversion. I know it gives you a 16-point lead, but that means St. Mark's will have to score twice to get 2 2-point conversions.
That's it, and that's 12 points off of turnovers by Howard. That's a big-time stat. We talked about it earlier. Turning these turnovers into points is crucial. I formation for Howard, the Wildcats. Harley will look to throw, and he's got him wide open. 2-point conversion successful. Tyre Spencer catches that one. And now it's a 16-point lead for the Wildcats. We'll stay right here with you guys. Big-time drive there, and once again, Howard really kind of putting their foot on the gas pedal here, Jay.
Yeah, and there, that drive, they take advantage of not only the turnover but the penalty, and then converted into an 8-point drive, and the one possession game is now quickly a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you're right. That penalty was big. I mean, it was going to be a 3rd down and short. The Spartans, with one stop, could get the ball back, only in a 1-possession game. You can't talk.
No.
There's no reason to talk. I understand frustrations, and I understand the heat of the moment. I've been there before. But in a game like that, you just got to be like, you know what? I'm going to let my play do the talking.
Right.
9:18 to go in the 4th quarter. This is now a 16-point game. This is Victor Marcello for St. Mark's taking the kick return. He gets it to about the 33-yard line, and Howard has implored this technique of, we're not going to let you get a big kickoff return on us. We're just going to let you we'll give you the ball at the 30-some-yard line, and you go ahead and try and move it on our defense.
Yeah, especially with the 16-point lead.
Oh, especially now, yes. And you see Coach Joey Wright got his team over on his sideline before they come out here. Howard's defense out there on the field ready to go. The momentum completely on the Wildcats side now. Jelani Bryan will be in the shotgun 2-by-2 set for the Spartans. Let's see now more than ever, Jay, in a 2-possession game, will they start to throw the football a little bit and try and take some shots?
Yeah, you're probably going to have to start doing it soon with the 16 points.
Bryant back screen play, and it's to Benham. Benham's got some room. He got the 1st down, and he's close to midfield. Nice play call there by Coach Wright and the Spartans. They need to score quickly because now the clock is not so much on your side.
Yes.
You're a team that likes to chew clock up. Now you can't do that because you're going to have to stop Howard.
Yes, you are.
In order to get the ball back. And there's not a lot of time left in this game. We're ticking under 9 minutes to go now. This has got to be a quick score.
Yeah.
Here's Bryant once again in the gun. He gives it to Carter Benham up the middle, nothing doing. Beautiful job up front by Howard, led by big old number 55, Kasai Franklin, who recovered the fumble earlier, and number 50, Jeremiah Combs-Washington. Combs-Washington, an undersized guy down there on the D-line, but his quickness and his heart really helping him make a lot of plays out there. And there's an injured Spartan on the field. Hopefully that's just a little bit of cramping going on there. So we're going to take a quick commercial break here. We'll come right back here in about 30 seconds to finish this game off here. Howard and St. Mark's. We'll be right back after the break.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you. For all of life's big moments and everything in between. After all, that's what families are for. We promise to make a positive difference in your financial life and go beyond the norm. Be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
And we're back here at Baynard Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. The Spartans 2nd and 9, down 16, 8, 13 and ticking on the clock. Bryan is smoked in the backfield. What a hit. And there's going to be a penalty there, probably for unsportsmanlike. Kasai Franklin.
Yeah.
Flags are going everywhere.
Yeah,
but what a hit.
Wow.
Woo, my Lord. A lot of chirping. There's some chippiness going on down there on the field now.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is offsetting, but
Franklin, the sophomore, bringing the boom.
Yeah, he came free, and good job of Bryant holding on to the ball because he got leveled.
And that's something we will probably see at 302 Sports Weekly. This upcoming Wednesday. personal foul on sportsmanlikes. That one goes against Howard. And there's another one again. They both go against Howard, and there's an ejection.
Yes.
There is an ejection from the game. What number? Let's see what number it is. That could be huge here, Jay.
Yep.
8 minutes left in the game.
We saw it on St. Mark's last Howard possession, and here it comes on them. It looks like 15.
And that's a big loss, Michael Brock. He made a couple of really big plays, the young sophomore.
And if I'm correct, he might have to sit out next week's game against
He will
AIS.
have to sit out next week's game, and he's very upset about it on the sidelines.
Yeah.
He understands he did wrong there, and he's getting coached up.
Like
that's
said,
a young player, man.
Yeah, heat of the moment.
Yep.
You just made a great defensive play.
And that's a young player, sophomore. Sometimes those things happen with younger players. And he'll get coached up on it, and hopefully, that's the type of thing you can't have happen again. Much like we said about St. Mark's. So the Spartans are really set up with a golden opportunity here at the 30-yard line going in. 8:03 to go on the clock. They need a score quickly. It's also going to affect Howard's passing game going forward. So maybe you really do see a lot of Carvin Reeves and some run plays coming from Harley. So there was the unsportsmanlike, and then there was also a personal foul against Howard on that one. So here we go. Jelani Bryant, the Spartans do have some kind of life, but they got to work fast here, down 2 possessions. Bryant back, taking a shot. It's from Marcelo. He goes up and he catches the ball.
What a
play!
He went up over the defender and makes a great catch. That's got to be a 302 Sports top 10 play this week.
Absolutely. Victor Marcelo, he was on the show this week.
Yes.
Goes up and makes a huge play, and what the Spartans needed most was a quick score, and they get one. Now is a very important part of the score, though.
Yes.
You got to get the 2-point conversion.
And again, we've seen these right after both unsportsmanlike penalties, we've seen the other team score on the very next play.
Huge play by Victor Marcelo. Straight out of the Randy Moss handbook.
Yes.
So here we go. Let's see what Coach Wright draws up for the 2-point conversion. Here's Bryant. He takes the snap. He's going to try to run this thing in. He's around. Does he get in? And they said he's down.
Okay.
The official on the far side says he's down. The official on his near side said he got in. And I believe the head official said no good. And that is huge. It keeps it a 2-possession game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and second time Bryant's been just short on the 2-point conversion. And it's a 10-point lead, though. And with the Spartans have a kicker, so
2-possession game. Right now, Howard with maybe 2 or 3 first downs can really put St. Mark's in a bind and run some clock off.
Let's see
if St. Mark's can get a stop here on a 3 and out.
They gotta force a 3 and out.
Then maybe you can start
and I
wondering.
believe the Spartans still have all 3 of their timeouts left.
I don't think there's been one taken here in the second half, if I'm not mistaken.
So let's see if the
look for the onside kick.
I was just about to say.
Coach Ritter getting his guys lined up in preparation for it.
It looks like Lubman's the way he's placing the ball looks like it's going to be to the left side over there.
So let's see what the Spartans do. Do they kick it deep? Reeves, of course, is back deep for Howard. Carvin Reeves.
Yeah, and you better send somebody back deep in case he does kick it back deep.
Here's Ludman, and he will. He'll kick it, and that might go out of bounds. And that ball will chip up out of bounds. That's not a bad idea.
No.
Kicks it in a dead spot, and if that thing chips
it's
up,
and
St. Mark's could have it.
And, Howard's got to go after that ball just in case it doesn't go out of bounds, like you said.
First down and 10 for Howard. They got decent field position. They'll get the ball at 40 unless they elect to re-kick. And it'll be interesting to see what Coach Ritter does. And it looks like they're gonna re-kick.
So maybe move back.
It's gonna move back 10 yards, and it'll be a re-kick here. Field position battle. Not to mention, Reeves. You put Reeves and Hancock back there. You got a chance to take one back. Now let's see what they do. So here's Ludman. A lot of room back there. Ludman, he can really boot this thing deep, and he will. Reeves fields it at about the 12. And he's going to look to make something happen. He's through the middle. That's a nice tackle on that play there by number 16, Jeremiah Moore, the freshman. Big play there by the Spartan.
Yes. A great return, though, by Reeves as he gets it up to the almost 40-yard line.
So at the end of it, they lose about 3 yards of field position, does Howard. But you know what? When you got guys that can take a kickoff back, you take your chances.
Yeah, exactly right.
3 yards, 2 yards isn't going to kill you. 1st and 10 at the 38 for Tahir Harley and the Wildcats. They're spread out. He takes the snap. It goes to Reeves. Reeves makes one cut, and he goes across the 40-yard line, picks up about 3 yards there, Jay.
Yeah.
One thing to keep an eye on, two-possession game, when does Coach Wright start calling some timeouts? Or does he try to get the 3 and out right away? And if he doesn't, is that when he does it?
Yeah, and I'm with you. He's going to have to start strategically planning his timeouts here because they still need 2 scores.
That they do. Howard in no particular hurry here. Harley will take the snap. He's going to look to the back judge there. That's what he was trying to get. Reeves got a little bit of a hole there. He spins off a 1. And he ends up picking up about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Tackle made there by number 10, Jaden Elliott.
Yeah, and a good run there by Reeves. It wasn't much there, but he does pick up 2 yards, falls forward. It sets up a 3rd and looks like about 5.
3rd and 5, 3rd and a long 4. Let's see what Howard does. Tick, 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 tick on that clock there. 6:23 and counting. 10-point game.
And then the good thing about Howard is you got the 10-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Spartans defense shifting around. Harley takes the snap, drops back, throws, and it's caught. First down yardage there by number 6, Isaiah Kelsey. Into Spartan territory goes the Wildcats. It's a nice find there by Harley. He's been I'm really impressed with that young man.
I am too, and what a with the time running down, you take a shot passing the ball because it stops an incomplete pass. But I'll take that shot with Harley all day long.
So Harley, as you can see, he's looking for the back judge to give him. Are you going to show your hand? And there's a penalty. It'll be interesting to see. This one looks like it's thrown on the side of Howard, maybe in a false start or.
Yep.
Ball start against Howard, moving back 5 yards. But you can see Tahir Harley, he's going with his hand because he's trying to signal to the back judge, can you let me know?
Right, so I know how normally they do with 5 seconds left on the play clock.
Well, the way it used to be was they would hold their hand up and it would stay upright when it got to 10.
Yeah, there you go.
And then it would, so he would stand there with his hand straight up, and then when it got down to 5 is when he would start waving.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe they've eliminated the 10 and the 5. We'll have to talk to one of the officials about that.
He is waving there.
Harley keeps it, makes one man miss, and then he's stood upright, led there by number 27, Devon Jones. A big man making a nice play there, and also number 54, Patrick Cannon. Second down and 11 here for the Wildcats, but once again, with this clock continuing to tick and a 2-possession lead, if you're Coach Ritter, you're fine.
Yep.
You're in a good spot.
And look, he said he's going to take the play clock down as far as he can, and then, pretty soon, Joe Wright is going to have to start thinking about taking some timeouts on the defensive side.
And there's going to be a timeout here. I don't think Howard had the right personnel on the field. And they're going to talk things over right now. 4:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. And, Jay, you talked about it, man. The Spartans down 2 possessions here. At what point do you start? It's second down. Do you start thinking about taking a timeout here if you get a stop?
I'm thinking if you stop them here on the second, it's 2nd and 11, so it's a good chance that you're going to hold them short of that first down. I'd take a timeout here and then force up third down. Maybe they throw the ball, and you can pass will stop the clock, and then you'll get the ball back.
Or if they don't, and you stop them, you take a timeout. Fourth down, you get the ball, and you still have one left. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Wright does choose to do here. If I'm Howard, I'm just running the ball.
I'm with you.
I'm not even taking a chance with the throw.
Not right now.
Get that clock moving.
2 possession,
right. 1 possession lead, different story.
Yes, 2 possession.
So Harley takes the snap, gives it back to Reeves. Reeves up the middle, 2 hands on that football, and there's a timeout by Coach Wright. 3rd down and 7. 4:18 to go in the fourth. Big play upcoming here for the Spartans, especially.
And if you're Howard, even if they stop you here, you're on the plus side of St. Mark, so you're going to punt them, try and pin them deep. And with the 2-score lead, St. Mark's going to have to hurry to get down the field.
That they are. And once again, an impressive second half here by Howard. Completely kind of changed their notion.
Yes.
They had a lot of big plays through the air in the first half, and they kind of transitioned in the second half into a ground and pound and run the ball style offense. It's been impressive.
Another score update. Number 1, Delmar leads Lake Forest 35-0 at the end of the third quarter. So it looks like Delmar's on a way to another big win for them.
Get the running clock going again. It's something we've come to expect from Delmar. They're extremely impressive. And I believe you said 17-3. Archmere up at the half.
Yes, over DMA.
Harley on the play fake. Nothing doing there. Marcelo brings him back down at the 45. Ball came loose, but he was clearly down on the ground. And that's a big stop there for the Spartans. They're going to take another timeout, or maybe not. It's 4th down. The clock is still running. I'm kind of surprised they didn't take a timeout there.
Yeah, I thought that would be a good time for a timeout, but he knows that he's down 2 possessions, so maybe he's saving them for.
If I'm Coach Ritter, I'm taking the delay a game here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing. So here we go. 5 on the clock. 4. Snaps away. Kick is good, and then it's going to go. Beautiful punt.
Yeah.
And it goes out of bounds at around the 22-yard line, and great job right there.
Yes.
Great job on the punt there by number 7, Donovan Cartwright. And 3:16 to go here in the fourth. Spartans need a touchdown and a field goal in order to tie this one up. Now they got to really go fast, Jay. They really do got to go fast on this one.
Yeah, they need to, like you said, 3:16, 2 timeouts. They don't have time to run the ball. They're going to have to come out.
And that ball's right on the 20. They got to go 80 yards. So let's see. Trips to the far side for Jelani Bryant And the Spartans. Bryant's back to pass. He's looking. He's letting one go. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Colmery there. Let him just a little too far to the sideline. Looked like a flood concept out there where they send one guy shallow, one guy intermediate, and one guy deep. It fell incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 3:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Howard in control, up 36-26. Look for that no huddle coming from St. Mark's, I believe. You can expect to see that. Here's Bryant. He's back again. Scrambling around in the pocket, trying to make something happen with his feet. He's going to try and get to the out of bounds line, and he does. He picks up about 5 yards for the Spartans, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, and Bryant there shows his senior leadership by getting out of bounds to stop. So not only did he pick up plus yards, but he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
3:03 to go here in the 4th. 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Spartans. And walking to the line up front. Receivers are set. Trips to that far side. Bryant takes the snap, drops back. He's looking. He fires across the middle, and it's incomplete. Dangerous pass. Nearly intercepted on the play there by number 1, Kaim Williams. 4th down and 6 now for St. Mark's.
Yeah, just got to go for it with only 2:58 left.
And look out for Bryant on the scramble. He's an athletic guy. He could pick up this 1st down and keep this thing rolling here if no one's open.
And that's where he's been doing most of his damage. So we hear some fans saying, good point, watch the hard cam.
2-by-2 set for the Spartans. Bryant drops back. Screen pass caught by Benham, and he falls down, and I think he's short of the line of gain.
Yeah, I think he's just about a yard short.
I don't know what happened there. He just lost his footing.
Yeah, it seemed like the pass was a little high. Maybe when he went up to get it, he came down.
Well, the spot, they move it to the 31 on the spot.
Yeah, with the spot, it looks like he might have it. And they gave it to him.
Wow.
They didn't even ask for a measurement. I am shocked that they did not even call out a measurement on that.
Coach Wright says, we got to get up on the ball, fellas. We got to go. I thought he was well short.
Yeah. The fact that they didn't even measure. I mean, it started at the 21, they're at the 31. You got to measure that.
Bryant almost intercepted. Once again, it's that number 13, Tyre Harley, both sides of the ball. Diving play.
He's been one of my players of the game here. He's outstanding.
No doubt about it. Both sides of the football there. Nearly a diving interception that would have sealed this one up. 2:34 to go, 2nd down and 10 for St. Mark's, and they got to work fast here. The question is, if you get down the field and there's only a minute and a half left to go.
You might want to kick the field goal
first.
if you're in London's range.
Right. You kick the field goal first and then try to score the touchdown. That's a question I always had, and a lot of people always tell me, no, you got to get the touchdown first. But what if you're only left with 5 seconds left?
Right.
Here's Bryant. Middle screen. This is for Sanders. He can't quite break the tackle there, and he stopped inbounds. Tackle made by Kaim Williams. 3rd down and 5. No timeout coming from the Spartans. They got 2 left.
Yeah, that's key for Howard. They want to tackle St. Mark's inbounds.
Bryant, QB power. Nothing doing up there. Nothing doing at all. Tackle made by Shakir Boblin.
Now I would think you'd have to use a timeout.
Kasai Franklin, and there's the timeout by St. Mark's. 1 left for them. 2 minutes to go in this one. 4th down and 4 here, Jay.
Yeah.
Spartan Howard, at the very least, is not letting them move the ball on very fast.
Exactly right. We already have 1 4th down play. Here's the second, so already 8 plays. And you're at the your own 37, and you're down to 2 minutes even left on the clock. So I mean, if you're Howard, And the Howard's been doing a good job of tackling them inbounds.
That they have.
You know?
They have, and they've made them slowly move the ball. Only 20, not even 20 yards of offense yet by St. Mark's, and all this time has come off the clock.
And the 8th play of the drive already.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're down 2 scores, you need to.
Quick.
Yep.
So far so good here for Howard on this as far as preserving the lead. St. Mark's will spread it out here, trips to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. 4th down for Jelani Bryant, who's in the shotgun. Bryant takes the snap. He's looking, firing as he's hit. It's in the middle, incomplete. And it's a turnover on downs for St. Mark's.
Yeah, great defense there by Howard. Knowing that they were not, St. Mark's needed the first down. They had the receivers well blanketed, and Bryant ran out of time and just had to throw it.
Duplessis was his intended receiver. 3 Howard Wildcats around him, and they jarred the ball loose. And with 1:54 to go, Howard they can run this clock out.
Yes.
1 timeout left for St. Mark's. They really can't do it. And in order to be safe, if you get 1 first down,
yes,
it's done with. But with a 40-second play clock, you add it up, 3 downs, it's 1:20, but with the timeout, you're going to have to run that extra play. So 1 first down should do it. This would be a big win for Howard.
Yeah, and last year St. Mark's took away the 23-16 win at home. So for Howard, it'd be a big win.
Harley gives it back to Reeves. He comes around outside, and he might break one. To the sideline, runs over a defender.
If I was him, I would just go down.
He falls down.
Right.
Smart headsy play by number 2 there.
There's your first down that you talked about, Bat, and now I think you could probably just run out this clock.
Yes, as I don't think that Coach Wright will be taking his final timeout in this one. That's a big-time play to seal the deal by Reeves. And he had a big game as well. It's been him and Harley really taking this game over for Howard. Just a reminder, after the game, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this thing up. We'll talk about the player of the game. We'll talk about some highlights. And then that's how we'll wrap it up here. Harley takes the snap, gives it to Reeves. Reeves just falls down, minimal gain there. 2nd down, the clock continues to tick. Under a minute to go here in the 4th. Howard will move on to 5-1.
Yeah, with the AI coming up next week for the Flight B, probably for the Flight B championship in the automatic bid.
That they will. St. Mark's will fall to 4-2.
And DMA next week.
Next week.
And both teams might be fighting to stay alive in the playoffs.
That they will, and that's something that you can vote at home for where we go next week with our game of the week. It's DMA St. Mark's. It's Glasgow and
Appo and Newark.
And then Newark and someone. So check that out online. They will be out there. It'll be a 302 Sports poll question this week to see where we go next week to Fox Sports 1290. But for this one, as the clock will dwindle down here, your final is going to be Howard 36, St. Mark's 26. No upset in this one here, Jay.
No. Great job by Howard in both halves to dominate the offensive side of the ball.
That they did. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after that, and we'll wrap this game up here on 302 Sports.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel?
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, on 302 Sports. We saw The final here, 36-26. Howard getting the victory over St. Mark's, and in the second half, Howard really kind of changed their game plan. It really took this game over, Jay.
Yeah, look, their drives in the second half, 8 on the ground, where in the first half it was mostly through the air.